Zane Show podcast, late start. It's embarrassing. Could feel it. I could feel it coming on. Could feel it coming on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could feel it coming on. 20 after 6 a.m. No one says it like that. 6:20 a.m. Alarm goes off. No chance in hell I'm getting up. Snooze. 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 All the way to 6:50. That's a lot of snooze. Finally, 6:57, out of bed. Dogs are like, come on, asshole. Cats are like, come on, we're hungry. Started that whole process. Nothing different. Just moving slow. Just like, okay, enough. My God. If you are watching this right now, and I talked about this on the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast, but not everybody gets that. In fact, next to nobody, especially now after the great Zaniac exodus of 2022. Which, by the way, I did not. Hey, Kyle. Hello to all of you, actually. Everybody's saying hi to me. I can't just say hi to Kyle. Last thing I want to do is hurt more feelings. Last week on the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast, I sent, an invite to a lot of people who canceled their Patreon, but it was still active for the rest of the month. So, I held up my end of the bargain, and I sent along the invite to these disgruntled souls who were very wounded and hurt. And Jason Schaefer did the old reply all, and like 80 people get a message from him saying, "You are a liar, and you insulted my wife." Boy, for a big guy, what a little boy mentally. He does the bold move of dropping the reply all. So, I was like, I don't know. Please remove me from your mailing list. All right, I will. You paid for it, dumb shit. What the fuck? What do you want me to do? So I finally removed these hurt individuals, and we carried on with an amazing edition of the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast yesterday. But part of it was discussing about what the fuck. Why is I have multiple? My face is bandaged up like an MMA fighter. And I did talk about it on that show, and I'm going to talk about it again right now. So if you already know this, bear with it. You know what's coming. You know what happened on this story. Hang on, I got to drink this coffee. I see Linda is in Elk Rapids. What is that? Is that in Michigan? I think it is. Amanda is in Cincinnati. Everybody's out and about, moving around. Aram says they subscribed before they knew Eric lied to our ears. That quote from that Mensa representative, Andrea, has really kind of caught on. You lied to our ears. You lied to our ears. So ridiculous. God. Angel voice Andrea. You lied to our ears. Go suck a big black dick, Eric, because I know you want to.
Go suck a big black dick because I know you want to, Eric.
Go suck a big black dick because I know you want to, Eric. Shut up. Idiot. Elk Rapids by Torch Lake. I remember that now. Was pleased with the fact that I got the run-in with plenty of time yesterday. And I'm like, okay, getting into the shower. 6 p.m. And the show with Ben doesn't start till 7. This is great. Normally, I'm like getting out of the shower. I'm not kidding you, at 6:55 with nothing prepared. All right, I got to shave. I'm in the shower. Boom, boom, hitting it, doing all the things. I can do it like with my eyes closed. you got to go across the bottom of the chin before you finish it up. That's just the way I do it. And while I'm going across the bottom of the chin, it was, what I knew, man. That thing, it just gouged deep. My face was the Titanic, and the razor was an iceberg. And I was like, oh my God. And I look at the blade, and it had this shaky piece of chin meat just quivering on it. Already, I can feel the blood just running down my face. I'm like, holy shit. It was terrible. So I had to finish up the job, and I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. And so it's warm in the shower, and there's water mixing with it. And it's running down my chest. I mean, I'm not kidding you. It looked like a horror movie. It was terrible. On my man tits, it was the worst. And like when a WWE wrestler will like cut his forehead to make it look like he's bleeding, and then they punch it open. It was worse than that. It was just running down all the way down my neck. It was hideous. The floor, it looked like the killing floor in a fucking slaughterhouse. The shower floor. It was ridiculous. So then I get out of the shower, I'm like, oh man, this is bad. And the towel's got blood on it. And so I dry off as quick as I could, and then I slap some paper towel on it, and I'm pushing on it like this, just fucking pushing on direct pressure, and it's after a few minutes I'm thinking, okay, that probably stopped it, and then I remove the paper towel, and it immediately started burgling. I described it yesterday, actually making the noise of glurp, glurp, glug. Fuck me. So I'm like, well, I got to get this. I can't do anything bleeding on everything. I mean, and it would have. If I didn't get this to stop, I'd be sitting here working, preparing the show with blood actually falling off my face. So I'm laying in bed, looking at my phone with my hand on my chin for 10 minutes. And after I get done, I pull it off, and the same thing. It's still bleeding. I'm like, what the fuck? Am I on blood thinners here? What is going on here? Am I like Stu McAllister? So then I said, well, I gotta do something here. The clock is ticking. I bandaged my face up like I went to the hospital. This is like 3 or 4 Band-Aids, just really tight put on there. And I left them on overnight because this is probably the worst I have ever cut myself shaving. In 52 years, Armenia and I started shaving at age 2. It's just ridiculous. Then we pulled off another absolutely fantastic edition of the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. If you missed that, my God, what are you doing? The Ben and Eric Patreon podcast alone is enough to sign up for Patreon. Okay? Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Maureen says my dad used to use a styptic pencil to stop the bleeding. I remember that. My dad did that too. It's that white pencil. I don't know what it does, but I think it hurts like hell. Do they still use those? Brandis writes, are you actually turning into a toddler? Like a Benjamin Button style shit. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't know what that is reference to. Like Benjamin Button style shit. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Okay. Drama. Oh, I see. You eat like a child. Now you can't shave either. That's what she's saying. All right. Thanks. That was a stretch. Drama on our favorite page, Deniacs United. I heard from 2, count them, 2 of my moles who are members on there and they've been actively. I mean, it had been quiet, and then all of a sudden, one of the hate listeners, they listen to this show, and then they get hurt. And hey, what's up, Mitch? And then they run over there to express themselves. And this is excellent. And there's only one of them worth anything who actually has it figured out. And his name is Dirk, also known as Craig. By the way, I am very, very much considering a new segment called Eric Zane Show Hate Listener Cold Caller of the Day. So, I mean, there's dozens of these hurt souls. And the idea is I have their numbers, just cold calling them on this show. This is how it unfolded yesterday. Kevin is the dude from Muskegon. Kevin in Muskegon. Remember, he made the it's the Eric Zane Show clip of the day. Remember Kevin? Well, Kevin is upset at me about something. I'm not sure what, but what's gone on is when these people get angry, they then take everything I say as gospel. And, you and, well, you're a listener who understands what exactly I'm trying to do in the guise of doing my show. So if I say something that upsets you, like Brandis here, she loves giant trees and hugging them. And if at some point I'm talking on this show about wildfires and I said, you know what? I've had it hearing about the fucking redwoods. Let's let those fuckers burn. Okay? There's no way in hell Brandis would ever get so upset that she would leave the show because she's smart and she knows what the hell she wants. She's here to laugh and be entertained. Okay? But if one of these dipshits hears something that I say and it hurts them, all right, they get so offended. These are the softest people on the planet. And it's because they're angry and they have a common enemy, and that is your old pal Eric Zane. Now, I don't remember anything about what I say ever on this show. If someone says, hey, man, that was funny when you said this about that, I'm like, well, what did I say? I have no idea. I mean, I talk nonstop for 2 hours. It's hard for me to go search my brain after I've shut it all down for the day. What did I say? Adam Adam just reached out to me and said, hey, that was funny when you said that. I go, tell me what I said. I fucking don't remember. Same thing with this. Kevin writes, damn, now this guy is calling us racist. Unbelievable to stoop so low to get an audience. So he has to call all of us racist. It's really sad not only to lose friendships, but know us and still make such horrible claims. I live in a community that's 80% non-white. I'd had a real impossible time living here being a racist piece of crap. Sorry, just had to get this out. So this was sent to me by one of my moles. And my mole wrote, this is so funny. And I wrote, oh, this is fantastic. And then I wrote, did that weirdo just suddenly pop on there to talk about how he doesn't like that I called Trump supporters racist? He says, yep, out of nowhere. But he's saying you call all Zaniacs racist. I don't know. I might have said that. Who knows? And then Ben, not Ben Glaze, Ben Weller wrote, he's literally doing what he always does. And then just prior to that, Dirk chimed in with, easiest way to not let him get under your skin is just not bother listening. Now, he's got it figured out. He is not a dumbass. And Ben says, Ben Weller says he's literally doing what he's always done. Dirk says, trolling people. Plus, he's got trolls here that report everything back to him. That's why I said to just stop listening. Then Ben said, yeah, I heard him mention that the other day. It's kind of silly that anyone would think that's worth their time. I'm not sure exactly what he's referring to there. And then out of the blue, Tom from Gun Lake, Troy Finholm, who we haven't heard from in forever, says, it's all good. This time next year, you'll see him at the camper show selling campers. Okay. Oops. Sorry, Tyler, I just called you. Oop, now I'm calling my son. What the fuck? What is wrong with this fucking phone? Aha. All right. Our first ever Eric Zane Show podcast. Disgruntled listener. Cold caller of the day. Hold on, it's my son. Hey, it's your dad.
You come out?
Yeah, it was a butt dial. Sorry about that.
Okay, all right, no problem.
Okay, see ya. Let's go right to one of our early hurt souls. That would be Red State Dirk. This is going to be great. Call more people that hate you. I love it.
Hi, this is Craig. I can't get to the phone, so please leave me a message. Thanks.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Dirk, it's Eric Zane. I'm doing the podcast. So I started a new segment called the Eric Zane Show Podcast, Hate Listener, Cold Caller of the Day. And so I'm calling random, well, there's a lot of them, of folks like you who, cold call to put you on the show and just see what's going on, So I wanted to talk to you about Brittany Griner and the upcoming election and the guy who fell out of the airplane when he was checking the landing gear and just, catch up. Figured I'd do that. So if you want to give me a call back, it's actually 8:25 a.m. on Friday, August 5th. And if you can ring me back during the show, I'll put you on, and then we can break it down, just like old times. Okay, thanks. Keep on trucking. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, there you go. That is the first ever edition, 0 for 1, on the Eric Zane Show podcast, Hate Listener, Cold Call of the Day. Yeah, so there you go. A little disappointed. I wanted to make that happen. Corey says he's going to take that as desperation, and he's going to post how much you are trying to get people back. No, I don't think he's that dumb. I don't really care that much. All right. Andrea will FOIA that voicemail. Yeah, probably, if that's even possible. I don't think it is. It would have to be 911, wouldn't it? I don't think you can just FOIA someone's phone, right? You're lying to our ears. Hey, Zane. You're lying to our ears. Glug, glug, glug. You're lying to our ears, Eric Zane. You can't lie to our ears anymore. Okay, for those that are enjoying the show on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, that's it. I'm cutting you off. No more. You're like, why? How could you possibly do that? Well, the show in its entirety is on Twitch. It's a superior platform. Those other platforms, it's just never really gotten off the ground the way I wanted it to, so I moved it all to Twitch. But I do like to give you the open and then encourage you to sign up on Twitch so that you can enjoy the entire show without any interruption. Go to twitch.tv/Eric. Wait a minute. I just lost my train of thought. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. And then you just hit follow. And then when I go live, you'll know on your mobile device, on your mobile device. And you can minimize the screen and still get it. You know, you can darken the screen. I don't think you can do that on Facebook. So, yeah. Corey says, since Eric Zane is a recovering alcoholic, it's perfectly acceptable for him to make fun of other alcoholics. I don't think it is. I actually don't think that is. And you can't call Andrea an alcoholic. You don't know that. I didn't call her an alcoholic. Don't call Andrea an alcoholic. That's not fair. You don't know that. You're not a medical professional. You haven't diagnosed her. Okay? Ridiculous. So, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. I send you off to enjoy your day. Or go right to Twitch and get the rest of the show, and then you won't enjoy your day. You, as always, can download the audio podcast shortly after this finishes. I will post it wherever you download shows. Eric Zane Show Podcast. Okay? Subscribe to it and leave me a review. A good one. I love good reviews. Okay, have a good one. Thank you.